Hello folks, welcome back. Today I want to have focus on how we got tracked, how we got monitored, or why we get so much spyware. I will first of all thank Ed Snowden to get our eyes up to watch how the world is. So we have to first of all thank Ed Snowden for his great job he has done, because of for the rest of us who is using internet. So thank you, Ed, for the job. First of all, I started using for a time ago. So I was curious, how does these companies trace us, track and monitor? But I discovered very soon, when you make a very quick Google search for something, then you also get, after a while, you get an email where a spam mail with the subject is what you have searched on Google. But all search engines are being monitored by NSA, all countries in Europe too. They are monitoring search engines. So how to avoid it? I had to find out what kind of way, how do you do it? In which way they trace us? Which way they monitoring us? I found three so far. First of all, they use cookies. Cookies is when you log in Facebook, you have to have cookies turned on. So they're monitoring cookies connected to Facebook, Twitter, all web pages. Cookies in the web browser get monitored by companies, different companies. But those companies get monitored of NSA. So they got the NSA don't do the job directly by itself, but they got the information through cookies and the companies who is using cookies. They also use advertising. When you take a mouse click on advertise in a web, on a newspaper, on the internet, that mouse click get registered. So companies know, okay, he and she pushed, was in a watch on that type, okay, they can send you a spy email, spam mail, who is connected to as a commercial. I have done something in my web browser. I use Firefox for a moment, but you got the same extensions for Chrome also. But we can go in and look here what I have done. Here is some extensions. AdBlock Plus, the first one you see at the top. This one block all advertising. You don't see advertising. So when you don't see it, you don't click on it. So no problem. And I find extensions with the name Do Not Track Me. What is that? these extensions they block companies who is trying to track me on internet, which web page I go on, or so on. So it's very good. So far, only this one, do not track me, has blocked. Here, you see, he's blocked 5,170 companies. What kind of companies? It's companies who is made yes, they make statistics, they make comment fields for newspapers, they you see here advertising companies, several advertising companies actually, but it's so far 5,170 companies who is making our services for different web pages. But every day the number goes up. I also use HTTPS everywhere. It's coding the connection to the web page. I also use something called privacy badge for Firefox. So push it. Protects privacy by blocking spying ads and invisible trackers. And I also use extensions called remove all cookies. All those do to same together that so I don't get tracked. They block tracking. So it's all so Facebook track people also. But every time you log out of Facebook, I can push remove all cookies. Then I break the connection between Facebook and newspapers or other magazine sites. So Facebook can't give me any advertising on Facebook who's connected to what I've been looking at other web pages. But no, since I use AdBlock, so I don't get advertising on Facebook, any newspaper, whatever. So if you're tired of advertising, install AdBlock. It's a good tip. And do not track me also. And HTTPS everywhere. And privacy badge Firefox. Those four is good to have. So if I have also a list, and this pages belong to do not track me, the extension in Firefox. I will put the link under so you can go and read it by yourself. But here is all companies, or what the companies do when they track you. What do you do? What do you do with information? What kind of companies is it? So it's take your time and read it, but be aware. We get tracked every day. So why not try? So, but I only use this track blocker for let me see, 6 days now. The 11th of August I start use it, and now we are on the 17th. 6 days. On only 6 days, the track blocker has blocked 5,170 companies. who's tracking and tracing people on internet for advertising, and when they have tracked you, they give the information to NSA. That's the way they works. That's the way they do it. So you have to split your connection between different web pages and stay to be anonymous. But if you use those four extensions I show you together with VPN, then they are more safe. But the safest way is anyway to use Tor browser when you're searching. But the problem with Tor browser, you can't log in to Facebook, you can't log into Twitter, you can't log in to a web page, but you can search with the Tor browser. So when you're searching, Tor browser is excellent, but the problem is you can't log in because the Tor browser don't allow cookies, as the companies use to trace and track people, and the next hand NSA get the information, or the German police get the information, or Norwegian, Swedish, whatever in Europe who's tracking people. So a good advice to you is to use those four extensions together with VPN. Then you're so anonymous you can be. But so try it. It's a good advice from me. I don't get any problems, and you can use the track blocker and at the same time as you log in, so you don't get any problems with login to Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media. But it block connection between sites and from companies who is tracking you. So try it. It's a good advice from me, and see how it works. You don't get spam mail. At least I hope. I haven't got yet, but you can try it. See, but it's a good advice from me for you to avoid tracking on the internet from companies you don't want to. If you don't want it. So if you want to avoid that, it's a good advice. So but I see you. Test it out, and we see you soon. Bye.